Veterans and first responders, could the money advice you trust be sabotaging your future? Right now, bad intel about money might be quietly draining your wealth and peace of mind. Today, we're exposing the top 10 financial myths holding you back. Think you need a high income to build wealth? Think again. Let's set the record straight, starting now. We've all faced challenges, transitioning from the mission field to civilian life, and money is often one of the biggest hurdles. I'm Robbie Turner, and this is Mission Financial Freedom, where we equip veterans and first responders like you with the tools to secure your financial future. Here's the truth. The financial myths we've been told aren't just frustrating, they've cost us time, opportunity, and peace of mind. These myths are costing you every day, and it's time to stop the damage. Today's critical mission: break down the top 10 myths holding you back and arm yourself with strategies that actually work. So gear up. It's time to take control and execute the plan.
Myth number 1. You need to make a lot of money to be wealthy.
Have you ever felt like financial freedom is out of reach because your paycheck isn't big enough? Many of us fall into this trap, believing wealth is reserved for those with high incomes. This mindset breeds frustration, overspending, and a sense of hopelessness that keeps us stuck. But here's the truth. Wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you keep and grow. Imagine this. Even with a modest income, you can build a strong financial foundation by living below your means, tracking your spending and investing wisely. It's not about income, it's about discipline and strategy. So ask yourself, what's one small habit you can change today to start keeping more of what you earn? Start tracking your spending this week using a budgeting app or notebook. Identify one expense to cut and redirect those savings towards your financial goal. Now that we've dismantled the high income myth, let's take on another popular belief that could throw your financial mission off course.
Myth number 2. Real estate is always a guaranteed win.
In real estate isn't about luck, it's about preparation and strategy. Before buying a property, create a checklist, research the local market, calculate all potential expenses, and outline a management plan. Speaking of preparation, let's talk about how starting early can give you an undeniable advantage, especially when it comes to retirement.
Myth number 3. You're too young to start planning for retirement.
Too often, people think I'll worry about retirement later, but delaying this mission costs you valuable time for your money to grow. It's like leaving reinforcements behind when you need them most. The earlier you start, even with the small contributions, the more time your money has to grow exponentially. Picture this, planting seeds now so they can flourish into a bountiful harvest later. Compound growth is the secret weapon for your strong financial future. Here's an action step. Open a retirement account this week, like a Roth IRA or 401k, and start with just $50 a month. Automation makes it easy to stay consistent. Now, let's shift gears and tackle a strategy for handling debt, one of the biggest obstacles to financial freedom.
Myth number 4. Focus only on high-interest debt first.
While it makes sense to prioritize high-interest debt, this approach can feel like an uphill battle. Without seeing progress, it's easy to lose motivation and feel stuck. Here's a smarter way. Focus on your smallest balances first, using the snowball method. Each debt you pay off is like a victory that boosts your morale, fueling your drive to tackle the bigger challenges. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. Action step. List all your debts by balance. Pay off the smallest one first while making minimum payments on the rest. Celebrate each win to keep your momentum strong. Next up, let's talk about an essential safeguard for your financial mission, your emergency fund.
Myth number 5 is you don't need an emergency fund because you have credit.
Relying on credit for emergencies is like going into battle without backup. It might save you once or twice, but eventually it leaves you exposed to mounting debt. An emergency fund is your financial perimeter. It protects you from unexpected expenses without adding to your debt load. Even starting small, $500 can make a difference and give you a peace of mind. Here's your action step. Start an emergency fund today. Save $10 a week until you reach $500. Then aim for 3 to 6 months of expenses. Now let's move from emergencies to investments, a critical area where misconceptions can lead you astray.
Myth number 6. The stock market is a guaranteed way to make money.
It's tempting to think the stock market is a surefire path to wealth, but without a plan, it's easy to get burned by market volatility and emotional decisions. The stock market is powerful when approached with discipline. Diversify your portfolio, focus on long-term growth, and stay steady during market swings. This isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. Start investing with a simple strategy. Open an index fund and contribute consistently, even during market dips. Speaking of starting, let's address the myth that it's too late to change your financial habits.
Myth number 7. You're too old to change financial habits.
Believing you've missed your chance can lead to inaction and regret. But it's never too late to take control of your financial story. Every step you take now, no matter your age, can create a ripple effect for your future. Whether it's cutting expenses, saving more, or learning new skills, you can rewrite your financial narrative. Here's your action step. Set a small, achievable goal today, like saving $20 or cutting one unnecessary expense. Small changes lead to big wins over time. Let's tackle a common dilemma, balancing debt repayment with saving.
Myth number 8. Prioritize debt over an emergency fund.
It's tempting to pour everything into debt, but without a safety net, one unexpected expense can derail your progress. An emergency fund acts as your financial buffer, allowing you to tackle debt without setbacks. It's all about balance, protecting yourself now while planning for the future. Here's your action step. Save $500 for emergencies before focusing on aggressive debt repayment. Let's move on to a critical tool for financial success, a budget.
Myth number 9. You don't need a budget because you don't make much.
Without a budget, it's easy to feel like your money disappears. This leads to overspending and constant sense of financial chaos. A budget gives you control. It's your mission plan showing you where every dollar goes and keeping you on course to reach your goals. Here's your action step. Create a budget today. Start by tracking your income and expenses for 1 month to identify where you can save. Finally, let's debunk the myth that focusing only on income is the key to wealth.
Myth number 10. Focus on making more money, not saving.
Chasing income without a saving strategy creates a cycle of earning and spending and nothing to show for it. It's like capturing territory you can't hold. By saving and investing consistently, you build a stronghold that secures your financial future. Wealth isn't about how much you make, it's about how you use it. Commit to saving at least 10% of your income starting today. Now that we've busted these myths, you're armed with the tools and strategies to take control of your financial future. Remember, it's not about where you start, it's about the steps you take forward. Here's your mission. Break free from these financial myths and start securing your future. And here's the intel you can't afford to miss. A 2025 breakthrough that could revolutionize how veterans and first responders secure their retirement. Let's make this year the year you take charge of your financial destiny. Your next briefing is critical and it's waiting right here.